Hello, welcome to Leap Taken. Here at Leap Taken, I talk about all things witchy, craft related, law of attraction, manifesting, esoteric, and everything else in between. This is one of those everything else in between videos. So I want to share my planner, the Cottage Witch Planner that I've created. I personally love my cover. Now, this is a laminated cover. This will be available for purchase at leaptaken.com. Here is the back as well. Always remember, trust in your magic. So these were designed by moi, and I want to show you what it looks like to actually use the planner. So this is the monthly page. It's undated intentionally, of course, because I'm going to add a little extra stuff, stickers, highlighters, and things of that nature. But I'm actually using this. So this is my planner I've been using. These are your days of the 7 days for the week. So this is a week view. This is something I personally like having, where everything is just laid out on 2 pages. These are just empty squares or boxes to write in whatever you want. These are great for like reminders, affirmations, a sticker, symbols, sigils, things of that nature. I do have a habit tracker here for the week as well. And you can use this as you see fit, check off, dot, shade in, whatever. And then just a magical things to do list, because we're witches. So yeah, you can go ahead and write in all the things you need to do, from house cleanses, burning your sage, just smudging, if you will, to a spiritual bath, or, that spell, that weekly spell that you keep forgetting to do, prepping things, shopping lists, so forth and so on. And then, of course, each one of these days has a moon phase, which I personally like having. Now, I've shaded with a gray marker where I'm showing basically the waning moon as we go. Yeah, it's been really beneficial to me having the moon phase as well. It helps me with, especially if you're doing like a mood tracker, it's really helpful. So this is the week. So this is the month. It's pretty basic. I don't need, you can write your activities here, reminders, and there's a section here for notes. I have a gigantic pumpkin here because that's me. But yeah, feel free to use stickers and set this up. But I wanted this very simple, very easy to navigate. So this is the week. And then going into actually this week, for me, when I plan, I like to fill in the things I know I'm going to be doing and things I want to focus on. And then as I go, I, write in notes. I'll write how I feel about something, a dream, events, actual to-dos for that day, reminders, and so forth. Of course, you're seeing I'm using stickers because it's me, y'all. So, just the things that, make sense for me, using my habit tracker as well. This has been, I think, one of the best systems I've ever used. Obviously, I designed it, so it was important that it made sense for me, but I want to point something out to you. So let's say you're not someone who does something every day witchy, or you feel like you don't have anything, you don't have a lot going on. You can just put, okay, first off, this is a blank page. This is what it looks like blank, right? So let's say you don't want to do a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or first off, do you realize you can start your week on a Sunday as well? I give that option. So because everything's completely blank. What I can tell you is, let's say you don't use these boxes, each one for the days of the week. Maybe you're using this calendar different. You're writing a note. You can date it if you want, but maybe it's not, consecutive days. It's okay if it's kind of all over the place. Let's say tarot readings, but you do them every other day. And on top of that, a quick jot down about a dream that you have. And then, yeah, there is an appointment you want to remember on this day, so you write it in. You don't want to forget that new moon that's coming. So, you write down what is it that you wanted to do to prepare, and jot down a quick note, any to-dos as usual. And those to-dos could be anything, magical to-dos, mundane to-dos. It's your planner. You can write what you want. Utilize these boxes. Again, doodle, draw, put a sticker here. If you're not sure what to put, your habit tracker can literally be anything you want. It could be simply to use your planner. That simple. So these are the week pages. Again, I wanted a no pressure planner that felt like a planner but didn't sort of feel like a planner, something a little bit different. I also, as much as I love some of the planners that have a lot of detail and sort of act like a book of shadows with all this extra information, you can have that. You can add that information to your planner because you print them out. You can put them in a disc bound situation. You can put them in a 3-ring binder, whatever you want to do. However, I do have some guided things. For instance, here is a big old block for you to write down your new moon intentions and your full moon releasing. So what are your new moon intentions or attention, and what are you releasing this for? These are just suggestions. Remember, you can use stickers, washi, and you can do what you want with this. There's really a lot of options if you sort of just kind of want to play around and make it your own. And then, of course, there's this books to read section, and this is something I have. You can print it out every month, which I do once a month, and write down the books you intend to read. Now, obviously, I don't know how much you read, but you probably won't fill this up, but it's such a fun page. Why not use it? And then spell results, because this is me using it here. This is spell results page. So I wrote down the spell. I'm waiting, for more things to come in. And this is just basically a card reading. This is a notes page that I also have as well. Okay, so we have some different options for the end of the page. So I just sort of want to show you. So this ends this month. So I printed out 4 weeks worth of weekly pages for myself. I can always go in and print more if I need to. That's what I love about having digital planning, or I should say digital prints, because I can just print them out as needed. If I don't want all of this, I don't have to print all this. If I only want weekly and I don't want monthly, it's not necessary that I have that. So that's really awesome. And I love that for myself. And now for you. So just wanted to show you. So I've ended this particular month of September with just this one page. And I love this page, by the way. So let's look at when I start October. So of course we have the monthly and our weekly pages. I'm going to skip ahead to, so again, the new moon, full moon intentions for the month, your books to read, spell results, line pages. This can be switched around. So this can be a continuation or this could be something else. But I wanted to show you, I also have a blank page. So if you're someone who wants to set up like a vision board, but in your book, this is perfect for that purpose. If you want to print out things you've seen online, imagery, something that is motivating to you, or just a big quote or a giant sticker or a sigil or whatever it is, doodling, putting a picture here. This is great for that purpose, and you can print as many of these pages as you want. And of course, one of my favorite note pages. And then I have an extra page of lined paper. So you can really, use this as a bit of a grimoire as well, and adding these extra pages. I love options personally, so that's what this is about. This is great for writing a ritual or a spell right here for yourself. You can write within a margin, results or changes or things like that you've done, and just another line page as well. So I wanted to sort of show kind of what that looks like. So I reversed it here where we have a blank page at the end, a blank page here, my favorite lined page, and then the spell results page, just to show you how you can sort of mix and match this. But ultimately, make it your own, do how you want to do, set it up the way you like. This is currently how I'm setting it up for the month of September. My, copious amounts of stickers. However, if you are someone who stickers are not really your thing, you can just use it as is. I have some embellishments here, to add a little bit of whimsy, because I'm a big fan of that. I purposely chose this particular color scheme. To me, these browns are neutrals and black, so that's why it's set up as sort of the theme. It goes with the gold black variation of the cover, so that's what that's about. However, if you don't want that and you just want black and white, you could just print, when you print your pages out, you can just print without color, so you still get that you get what you want. So there's room for that as well if you are someone who just wants it a little differently. Yeah, and that's perfectly fine. It's your planner, do as you will. So definitely, check it out if you're interested. But honestly, I'm being totally honest. I don't come on to YouTube. I don't make videos about things. I'm very honest. I'm very transparent. Very much so. So I am being totally honest with you. This is one of the best planners I've ever used, because I get to do whatever it is I really want to do. I can use this however I need to use it. I don't have to follow 7 days of the week. I can just write different things in here and record them as they come. A note, a quote, something I read in a book. I could jot it down that I love that line. I can use this just as a journal, essentially, and not really as a planner if I chose to, because I've already tried that out as well. And that worked out for me as well. That was great. But lately, obviously for September, I wanted to use it as a planner, because I am someone I still have multiple planners because I like to do different things. But this has been the best thing ever, and it was important for me to create something that was that made sense for me. Okay, so now I'm going to switch over to one of my other favorites as well, which is the Cottage Witch Grimoire. This is the In the Wild. So I've been taking notes and things like that. In here, I'm actually going through the Ancestral Grimoire, and this is going to be the grimoire that I use for that. As you can see, I also laminate the cover page as well. And there is a back page as well. It's just this nice, pretty foliage leaf back here. So I like to, the front is a lot going on, and then the back is like super simple, and I love that. So yeah, this is the Cottage Witch Grimoire. So with the Cottage Witch Grimoire, you get multiple types of paper. There's 3 types. So you have this grid paper, which is great for things like this. I wanted to create a Wheel of the Year here. Working with this book, by the way, and I have that here. So I'm still actively doing this. I'm working with this with my coven, and this is like the first page for September. This breaks it up into months. So I'm getting things ready. I'm going to be adding more information, like the Before You Begin section. So I answer the prompt there, and yeah, so I'm working with this so far. And I'm just getting into the book, so I haven't gotten very far yet. But this is where it's at. So this is the first type of paper. So with this, you get these beautiful images up at the top. And this is the antique white finish page. So no dyeing, no tea bags were needed for this to dye the paper. And then there's the white lined paper as well. That I'll also be able to keep notes on also. And then again, grid paper. So there's 3 types of paper that you can use for this, depending on, what you're working on. So far, so good. So I'm actually going to be taking notes, and I'll be using this paper. So I suggest kind of like what I'm doing, using a either a disc, if you have that, in a hole punch for the disc like this, or a 3-ring binder works just as well. And you can print out as much as you need for your grimoire pages, but this is it, and you can use this as you see fit. So yes, it's essentially a notebook with a really cool cover and yeah, different options, different types of paper for whatever you're looking to do. Now, you can definitely mix and match this with the planner. Now, this is pretty simple, plain. This is for you to put all of, your magical to-dos, your notes, your spells, your rituals, your whatever. Like for me, this is how I'm using this, and I can print as much paper as I like. Now, I will just tell you, with things like this where you're printing it out, I suggest getting a heavier paper than typical copy paper. It is on a more expensive side. Actually, it's 32-pound paper, so I actually have to go get some more. So premium white laser printer. I get this at Staples. I don't remember how much it costs, but I know it's not cheap. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. But this is 300 sheets, so you can, print to your heart's content. I'm gonna use this for this purpose and also some other notes. So I look forward to, creating even more pages using this paper. But I love this, and just keeping notes, and I like using like highlighters and things like that. I can embellish this even further, which I will, with stickers, and when I have cards and things like that. Like, let's say there's a tarot card that you'd like to use, you can just temporarily use it here. I can, just do a little tape if it's kind of fitting the message, like especially if you have a deck where you have extra copies. Like I have the mini decks of these. I could use that in my pages as well and put the meaning, things like that. Or you can buy like the coloring book pages. So that's what I meant. Real life and dropping stuff. Anyway, so I picked this up recently, so with the intention of like taking this, I can color it in or not, and there's like nothing on the other side, so I'll cut this out, and I could put this on a page, especially if there's a specific meaning or something like that. I could put this here, and I can write my notes just below it. So, things like that. You can do something smaller. This is pretty large, but you get the gist. So I am so excited about these items. I hope that you find just as much excitement and use as I do with both of these options. And I actually have some other things coming as well for digital prints. Like I said, I am super excited about all this. We'll launch on Saturday the 16th. That's the date. I had to think about it. I was like, I need a calendar. There's one right in front of me. Saturday the 16th. You will be able to download these and print them out yourself and use them as you like. Let me know your thoughts. These are printed out on 8.5 by 11 paper because, quite frankly, I could have used the classic size, and I actually did test my planner out initially on that size. This is like a classic size happy planner, to put it in perspective, and I was using it here. So yeah, it can work. You have to cut it. It's a little bit more work, but yeah. So thanks again for watching. I'm Mika. This is Leap Taken. Please consider hitting the join button to join. It's like a Patreon here on YouTube. It's supportive of me, and you get a members only video monthly, as well as discounts over at leaptaken.com. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and please share. All right, bye.